Who's ready to be depressed? Because here comes Brian Gale.
Jesus Christ.
Don't get your hopes up. So, I don't know if you've seen the posters, but they're true. Every last one of them. Yeah, I'm a ladies' man. I know. Don't let my general melancholy demeanor or apathy fool you. Oh no, ladies love me. I walk into a party and girls are like, oh my god, who's that? And I'm like, I'm Slim Pickens, chickens! Who wants a peg? And then I turn that ass around. Because that's what they like. I was having a discussion with a friend of mine actually about, you know, the kind of tension between men and women here on this particular campus, this game of love, if you would. And, you know, being a boy and coming to college, you kind of get this expectation that it's like raunchy and weird because, you know, National Lampoon. And it's not. I've actually discovered that it's a lot more like answering the Sphinx's riddles, you know? If you want passage into the valley, you must answer me my questions 3. 1. What do you think of the Israeli-Palestine conflict? No answer. Right. Correct. Clever of you. 2. Do you like the Shins? I guess you guys don't like the Shins. 3. Co-op. But I was actually for a second thinking that I should probably get in shape because I stood up straight and got a head rush, and I decided that I wouldn't because, you know, I feel like wheezy, bespectacled apathy is just really hot right now. I've just got to beat him away with a stick. That's a callback to a previous joke, for those of you not laughing. Oh, goodness gracious. But I really don't understand women, or excuse me, I don't understand girls. I make that distinction very clearly, and I don't want to use women because I don't know a lot of women. I know a lot of girls, and this is just my own definition from my own personal observations of women that have been in my life since I was a child, but I don't feel like you're a woman until you hate something so much that it makes you miserable. That's all I've ever seen. And that's all I can know. You know, and that makes it sound like a woman can never be happy, and that's not true. You just have to crush whatever it is that's making you unhappy. And that's fine, that's noble. That's a noble tract of life. To say, I'm going to go out and seek evil and destroy it. And that's a woman's test in life. While a man's test is to hide. Because he's the evil! There it is! Too quick. So, I'm really afraid for the future. A lot of things have surfaced recently that are a little spooky. Like, singularity. A lot of really smart people came forward and it's like, 20 years. You know, I don't know how they guessed it, but they got it. Like, yeah, singularity, 20 years. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, you should not be in school. But the singularity is the idea that we will reach a point of technology where we can become immortal by either A, uploading our brains into a computer, or B, our medicine will advance to the point where we will live forever. And that's really cool, but the dumbest idea ever. And here's why. Every zany, zealot, whack job out there, crazy, extremist, whack job on both sides of the spectrum is now alive forever. And in the one half of these two potential futures, they are now a part of your brain. So you can't even run away from the argument. It's like, oh, you know, part of me thinks that, you know, there should be freedom for all peoples, but another part of me says, fuck them. So, I'm so on the fence. So what I'm gonna do is the second that I start seeing Singularity upload stations pop up like Starbucks on your local main streets, I'm gonna take a plane to Washington, D.C., and then go stand in front of the Washington Memorial with a stencil that says I'm free, and then blow my brains out onto it. Because it's art. Another scary future thing that seems to be happening is that there's a lot of talk of aliens, of extraterrestrial life. And recently, the FBI actually released a bunch of Roswell files out of the Freedom of Information Act. And you can go check it out on their website, but I'm just going to bridge it really fast for you. They basically say that they're not extraterrestrials, they're extra-dimensional. They can travel through dimensions, right?
That's probable. And they also say that they're like humans, but bigger, right? And they're super powerful because they can travel between dimensions. So if you want to fight them, it's like you're out of your mind because they'll just like, whoop, you're gone, bye. And people are really scared. They're like, oh, they've infiltrated the military. You know, they've infiltrated the infrastructure. And what my question is why? Why would they stay here? Why would they infiltrate, you know? Obviously they have a lot of power, so they don't really need anything that we have. And it would be a lot easier to take from, say, a planet or life source that's not so annoying. But what I think, I figured it out, is imagine if you got on a boat, right, okay, and traveled to some island that had never been found before in the Pacific Ocean, and on that island are a bunch of little tiny versions of you who fight with sticks and stones and think that they could blow up the whole island if they wanted to. That's it for them. We're like adorable little cute thems. I would want to stick around, I'd want to keep one. That's probably what the abductions are. Probing is probably some weird form of spading. And that's just how they do. That's just what they do. My sister had a movie audition recently. She's a 15-year-old girl, and she had an audition for this indie movie that fell under the genre of mumblecore. And what that means is that it's you know, non-professional actors, 20-somethings, which missed that one, like in romantic tension. But for a split second, I was really worried that it was like freaky fucking porn, you know? We're just like, yeah, just do it. Okay, we've done that, great. I just did that. So, I can't afford therapy. And I've discovered my alternative, which is just to take psychology surveys, because it's like do-it-yourself therapy. Because they're asking you these questions, and if you just like look at them for a second, you realize some pretty fucked up things. Like I was taking a survey, and they asked me a question like, how many things are handmade? And I had to fill it out in like 2 minutes. And like the first thing I'm like, ashtrays, love letters, hand jobs, and all of a sudden I was taken aback because I realized that was my childhood. That was it. You know, making little ashtrays for mom and dad, and they're being mad because now I look like the kid from the troubled home. Because teacher's like, oh, Brian's making an ashtray. We should inform child services that this is going to be a bad month for Brian. Tax month. April's a bad month. We should be nice to Brian. And then, love letters, right? Unrequited. That was sad. I don't think I need to go any further, because I'll cry. And then, hand jobs. Because no one's having sex with this guy. The posters lied. That's the joke. We're going to bring it back to the beginning. The posters lied. I don't have sex with people. I'm just lonely. And on that note, I have a really interesting gauge for how depressed I am. And it's how much I do in the shower. Okay? Like, if I'm in the shower and I'm a little depressed, I'll start singing Corinne Bailey Rae. You know, like a star. And for those of you who aren't CBR fans, that's a title, not a description of my singing. Play me your favorite song. And that's just a little depressed. That's like, I didn't do so well on that test. And then, if I'm a little bit more depressed, I'll brush my teeth in the shower, you know. Because it's wet already, you know. I just gotta open my mouth and just go to town. That's all I have to do. I might just squirt the toothpaste right in that motherfucker, because I don't care. And then if I'm a little more depressed, I'll shave in the shower. Yeah, because I don't need a mirror. I don't care what I look like. I'm a sack of shit, you know? And I'll just, you know, there's no need for shaving cream, because I'm wet. It's efficient. I don't want to leave. I want to look like a prune. And then finally, you know, if I'm really, really depressed,
I'll take in the hairdryer. I'm trying to get finished. All right, guys, if you like my set, you can see me tomorrow at 6. I'm Brian Gale.